All right, here we are. The second half of this module, we're going to put everything together, the student, the communicative environment, and the communication partner, in order to write goals that are not only meaningful for the student, but that can be supported by the entire team and give the student those hundreds of opportunities that we know he or she needs. And we're also going to be able to take important data that'll impact our educational decisions as we continue our evidence-based practice. And you can see from the learning outcomes here that it's this module that's really going to be important for your team to come together and talk about those things that are going to make the most difference for your students. And you and your team have already spent a lot of time talking about what's working. So we're going to start with the triad, and we're going to build on strengths. And you've already done this. You and your team have considered the communicative environment, the role of the communication partner, and really next steps for your student. If you remember at the face-to-face, we presented the meta map. We used meta to think about not only how to extend engagement, but also how to recognize additional opportunities for engagement. We start with the match, and again, we looked at initially what's working. We looked at what's working for the student, the environment, and the communication partner. And then we looked at all of those components and thought about tweaking just one thing. It might be one thing in the environment, one thing the communication partner does, or one thing that we could change about the communicative environment, either to extend the current interaction or to look for additional opportunities for engagement. Then try it. Put your plan into action. Did it work? Was the student continuing to be engaged? Or does the additional engagement opportunity look like it might be something that the student will be successful with? If it's working, you have a new match. And so you start the process all over again, thinking about what you're going to do with the environment or as the communication partner, or looking for additional opportunities for the student to continue to be engaged. And you're going to try it again, assess it again, and continue using that meta map in every interaction. And we talked about using the meta map for both extended engagement and for identifying additional opportunities for engagement, because both are really necessary if we're going to give kids the many, many opportunities that they need. So now, using what you know about the triad, the student, the communication partners, the communication environment, let's write goals for the student. We'll pause here so that you can download two documents. They're in the resource folder, or you can find them below this video. There's a step-by-step guide that you'll see a social communication and engagement quick reference. And then we have an example of a data collection for Amy, because that's where we're going to start. We're going to use Amy and a few other examples as we practice writing goals.